and I figured there's nothing wrong with recording things a little bit to see just, I don't know, how I process the feeling of it being my last week of work, seeing as I don't have a lot going on, and I haven't really talked about anything since I said that I was resigning. In all honesty, it feels like a long time coming to have this be my last day of work, or not last day, but last week. And that is largely because I have been kind of checked out of a lot of things. It took HR some time to get back to me about some stuff, and I've done so much work in the last 2 years. Knowing in general that I am leaving was just a bit of a, like, I'm really done with everything. And I've still got all my work, and I have 2 or 3 more stories for this week, and then I go on leave for 2 weeks, and that'll be really nice because I get to sleep in for the first time in like a really long time. Just because of work, my body wakes me up at like between 7 and like 7:30, just naturally, which is a little annoying because when I have weekends and I want to sleep in, body wakes me up at 7:30. And the thing is about my last week, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it because on the one hand, I'm really happy to be done. On the other hand, like, I am a little bit worried that money is going to be something I need to think about more, be wary of in a way I haven't had to in quite a while. And that is just because I'm not going to be getting a salary after December. And even what I get in December is prorated. I have some concerns about that because I'm traveling and I have things booked, and, you know, I want to be able to enjoy my holiday that I think I've earned. Knowing that I don't really have the same finances that I typically do, it's a little concerning and a little worrying, I will admit. I'm looking into doing part-time work, like tutoring or something. I don't really know yet. It's something that is on the back of my mind, and yet I tell myself I don't really want to worry about it right now. I'm still mildly worried regardless. So this might be more of a jumbled video. I don't know like how much I'm going to be filming each day, or if I even will have something to film each day. I'm going to try and record like little things, like today might be one of my last lunches in the office. Things are getting cleared on my desk tomorrow because I don't plan to go in like too much this week because I don't have to. Give me a second. Okay, as I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying. I'm ready for it to be done, honestly. I thought I would feel maybe a little differently about this, but I think the reality is just, I was so overwhelmed. And certain things I've heard and been told since, you know, my resignation, this just affirms this idea that I don't really want to be in a place that doesn't value the work I put in as much as I thought they did, and doesn't really take the time to consider that I'm burning out, or like deal with that in what I think is an appropriate manner. Like, I'm gonna miss my colleagues a lot, especially like the ones that I've really become friends with. I'm gonna miss them a lot. And I was joking with my boyfriend that he's about to become 90% of my social life because he is currently already the majority of my social life. And then you take away like my colleagues and stuff, and he becomes even more of my social life. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, you know, I did really enjoy the job, but I think I'm also just really ready to move into something that is going to be, why won't this button? Like, I'm just really ready to move into something that is going to have better hours. I don't know about better benefits because I did have pretty good medical benefits at my current company. Like, I say current company, but also like, it's not really a secret where I worked if you Google my name. Not really a secret where I worked. I'm just choosing not to say it. But like, I just want to be better compensated for some things. I want better work hours. Honestly, giving up weekends and evenings a lot of the time is not easy. I want a better salary, to be perfectly honest. I feel like I wasn't the most compensated, I guess. I think I could do so much better in terms of making money. So these are all just little things. This is my perfume of the day. It's from Fiction Backco, as all my perfumes are. I don't know why I felt the need to suddenly turn into a beauty guru to show you that, but I think it's just because of the camera sitting and the fact that I'm getting ready for work. I will be recording things throughout the week, hopefully remembering to. I'm really bad about remembering to do these things. Still don't know if I'm gonna upload these videos. It won't be until, honestly, a while, I think. People are just starting to find out really that I'm leaving my job. Okay, let's get my stuff together for work. Ignore laundry on my chair. This has been a thing. This job has made it really difficult to keep up with certain things, and laundry is one of them, but we're gonna pack my bag for work. Won't be needing my work phone for a while after this week. Let's go to work. It is Wednesday. I didn't film anything yesterday because I was a little later getting out of the house than I wanted to, and I had some stuff to do at work because despite this being like my last week of work, I'm turning in 5 stories. 3 of them are like pre-filed, which is the term we use for work that you turn in ahead of when it's going to be out. And this is usually like more than just the regular amount of ahead. It's usually like a week or 2, or in my case, about a month ahead. I had stuff to do, but I have cleared out my desk. I have footage here, like really quick clips of what my desk looked like before and what it looked like after. And it is just a little weird. All the stuff is on my floor. You can kind of see it a little bit like that bag there. And then I have like something there, which I believe is also for my desk. So there's just a bunch of stuff in my room now that I will need to figure out a space for eventually once I'm done with this. I'm very excited to be done with work, to be perfectly honest. It's been really hard to get in the headspace of wanting to do all the work that I know I have to do because my final day is coming up and it's like the end of school, right? You don't want to do work once you are like so close to finals and so close to graduation. You just don't want to do the work. That's kind of where I am right now. The difference being like this is a professional responsibility I still have and I want to leave on a good note, so I will be turning in the work that I need to turn in. But I just wanted to kind of sit back and talk a little bit because I have been thinking about what I want to do next, and a lot of people have been asking me what I want to do next. My colleagues, my friends, HR asked me this yesterday. And again, I don't know what I want to do next. A lot of it is just wondering if I really should take the step into content, as I said in a video prior to this, if that's something I want to do, because it's really weird to think of content being something I do kind of in my spare time or to see if I can pursue it as a side hustle of sorts, because it's a very full-time job. I know content creators. I have been in the content space in various capacities over the years. It is not an easy thing to do, and I think it's really stupid of me to go into this being like, it'll just be a fun little thing, and maybe I'll make a little bit of money. Like, that's not how I should be approaching this at all. But I do love content, and one of the things that made me really sad about my job was that I was often way too exhausted to produce the kind of content that I wanted to do. And I was actually really surprised yesterday when I was speaking with HR for my exit interview that even they were like, yeah, didn't you used to have a YouTube channel? Do you want to like consider going back to content? And I was like, weird, but okay. But what I'm saying is I'm trying to figure out if this is something I want to do. I want to tentatively figure out if I came back to content, what that would look like, because it'll be a shift. It won't just be about books anymore, because I think as much as I love books, there's so much about the industry that I have kind of just fallen out of over the past several years. And being in Singapore, it's very different from being in the US publishing industry or being in the Western publishing industry. There's a lot of things that I can't speak on and that I don't know anymore. And I think I also want to expand to be a little more lifestyle oriented if I were to come back to content. There are a lot of things about my life. I need to clean my room, and I feel like it's nice to talk about things related to life as I clean my room. There will be stuff about job hunting because I will go through that process again. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like I want to talk about that are not things I can talk about if I stuck solely to books. There's things I want to improve in my life that I want to like try to put in place going into next year, and actually starting in December when I have the time, because I will effectively be on leave and then unemployed. And I feel like if I just wanted to do books, yes, I could do that. Like, I'm sure I could find a way to do a lot of different kinds of bookish content, but I just also would not find as much joy in it. Oh, my cat's in my room. I did not know she was in my room. I think once I'm done with this week of work, I might take the weekend to like casually think about what content might look like for me. Like, it's weird to know that this is my final week of work. As much as I am looking forward to it, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself after this, because so much of the last like 2-ish years of my life, a little over 2 years of my life, has been so go with all my work and having all these deadlines things planned out for me. I don't really know what to do with my life when I don't have this kind of schedule, and this was an issue even when I was working, because when I would go on leave, like, I didn't really know what to do. I never had something for myself, and I was often just like, okay, I guess I just sleep more or something, maybe like fill my calendar with social events because I can finally see friends that I haven't been able to see in a long time because of my busy schedule. And so I just don't really know what to do with myself going into this. And like, I don't need to know that. I have 3 more days of work and 4 more stories to turn in, so I can like, you know, chill on that a little bit until I get everything done. But at the same time, I just kind of want to come back to content for fun because I really enjoy it and I really miss it. And I started editing the first video about like my resignation on my phone yesterday. And yes, I'm editing on my phone on CapCut because like my laptop is I'm bad with laptops. For some reason, my storage space is always like way fuller than it should be. And I don't know how to get it down. And like, I don't know if I should bring it to someone and be like, what's up with my laptop? Like, I don't know. I would love to get back into content. And that is something that like I told my parents about kind of while I was going through the process of talking to them about resignation. And in the early stages of when I turned in my resignation letter, I asked for an iPad for Christmas. cameras so that I could edit on an iPad, because the first thought I had was, if I want to do content, I want a slightly bigger screen, I want something that's a little more powerful than my phone. Like, these are things that I want and I don't know how to explore, but that's not something I really need to think about right now because I'm going to try and turn in 2 more stories today. So I should probably get on that. It's Thursday, November 28th, which means this is my second last day of work. So I have a bunch of stuff today, which is why I'm packing my bag right now. I have a meeting, sort of. Don't really actually need to be in this meeting, but my boss is taking me and my colleague out for lunch to kind of celebrate my last day, so this is why I'm going. I don't actually need either of these things. This is my planner that has been with me, and this is my notebook. Don't need either of these things for work anymore, at least at the moment, so those go out of my bag. I'm gonna keep this in here. This is all my period stuff. And then I have therapy in the afternoon, and I have class at night, so I am going to pack my bag for all of that. I will admit it is a little annoying to be going to something and to be so busy on my second to last day, because I do still have one last story to turn in. But I have turned in a couple of things in advance, and I have one more story, but today being so busy, I don't know when I'm actually going to get to it. I am bringing my laptop with me so that I can work a little bit. Yeah, so I'm a little annoyed that I have to be considering like all these different things for... I keep forgetting what I'm saying. I'm a little annoyed that I have to be out all day today when I also need to be turning the story in. But you know what? It's fine. I can get a couple of other things done. I need to go to Money Changer because I need to change money ahead of going to Hong Kong in December. So yeah, it's just a lot of like little things, I guess, that I'm doing today that honestly are not bad. It's just a little annoying to some extent, because in my last week I have turned in quite a bit of work, and I keep saying this, but I am ready to be done with everything. I am feeling like I'm ready to be done with a lot of things, and the fact that I just have a little bit more, I just need to push through that, and I need to I just need to push through the fact that I have just a little bit more. And it's just that little bit more that I need to muster up the energy to work on. And I think I have a relatively okay workload considering the fact that I am leaving. I do need to also prepare to transition some stuff over to my teammates, because that's just some stuff that I need to do before my last day, so it doesn't get lost to whenever they delete my email from the system and stuff like that. A lot of tiny little things. I need to email a bunch of people that I've been in contact with for work, PR people that I talk to, and just let them know that I'm leaving. It's a whole process. Part of me just really can't wait for this next chapter, for what next week is going to be like. And part of me is just so unsure of what it's going to feel like, because it's weird. And I will still need to head into the office one last day after this to turn in my laptop and my badge. It's so strange to be so close to the end of my work life at this company, yet I'm so looking forward to it as well. I actually do need to be heading out, but if I vlog anything else today, it'll be on my phone and I'll give you guys updates there. I just sent out my final email to a lot of the people that I worked with. It's not a comprehensive list by any means. I don't remember every single person I worked with, but as many of the PRs as I know that I've talked to so much over the years, informing them that today's my last day. My out-of-office email has been set, so starting tomorrow through to December 12th, when it's actually my last day, people will be getting the notification that I am done and I'm officially on leave. And it is weird. I created a transition document earlier today, transferring everything that I have over to my colleague, anything that they need, that I'm the one who created, they have all of that. Oh, it's so weird. And yes, you're seeing me in the same shirt that I wore a few days ago, because I potentially had a call earlier that the person didn't show up to, so I put on this shirt that my cat has been sleeping on. It's 5:30. I've turned in all of my story. Everything is done. I just have to go into the office next week to drop off my badge and my laptop, and that is it. I am officially done with work. Nothing else to turn in. I will admit that I shed a tear writing the email, and now I am emotional again, because this is my first job. And even though there were things I didn't like about the job, there were so many things I really liked about the job, and it is my first job. And leaving is bittersweet because I enjoyed what I did, and I really enjoyed working with my colleagues. I'm glad I made some kind of effort to film this on my last week. It's gonna be really jumbled. There's not a lot of B-roll, there's not a lot of interesting stuff, so I apologize for that. But at least I've documented what it was like to work on my last day. And look, my cat is a carrot! It's because she keeps scratching herself. Yeah? Carrot Head. So yeah, while my cat is in the shot, I think that's it for me today. I might film something a little bit tomorrow to just kind of wrap this up, but thank you for being part of my last week of work. I think I only filmed 3 out of the 5 days. Excuse my cat for being immodest, but I'm glad I have this to document everything. I'm just gonna leave my laptop on until it hits 6 o'clock and then I am officially done.